Over the years, I've spent a lot of time exploring Tasmania in a variety of different ways, be it packraft, bush bash, boat, quad, and even helicopter. Every new form of transport unlocks a unique zone and ultimately bigger and better adventures, which is why I'm excited to welcome the newest member to the team, the Stater Scout Pro. The Scout Pro is a scrambler-inspired e-bike by the Australian family-owned and operated business Stater. It features a 1000 watt Bafang rear hub motor powered by a 52 volt 1040 watt hour battery for up to 90 kilometers of range. Its chunky 20x4 inch tyres paired with a dual suspension make it the ultimate companion for those off-road adventures. It also comes with a heap of other amazing features like this moto style headlight for nighttime riding, colour display, 7-speed gears, hydraulic disc brakes, motor throttle and passenger seat and foot pads. Stater have also been nice enough to supply my subscribers a discount code. Just use code ROB200 at checkout to save $200 off your own purchase. Now let's see how it handles the Tassie wilderness. Well, good morning everybody. See that stuff right there? That's called sunshine. And we haven't seen it in Tassie for about 2 months, and that's no joke. So I'm pretty excited for today. I've got a cool itinerary lined up, an overnight trip into a very old and forgotten goldfield where thousands of ounces of gold actually were pulled out of. And I wouldn't mind betting that no one's been in there for a pretty long time because as far as I'm aware, it's a pretty big bush bash. And it's a long way to get even to where the bush bash begins. So to help me do that, I'm going to be using my new bike from Stater, the Scout Pro, which conveniently tucks in to the car, which is bloody incredible. It's going to be so convenient to use this over the summer to unlock new ground. So without further ado, I'll get the gear out of the car and I'll show you guys the setup that I'll be working with. Yeah, there's a bit of weight in the bag. Now in case you're wondering where my helmet is, I have ordered one, but it's just in the post, so I'll be super careful today. So it's pretty simple to ride this thing. Switch it on, switch on the battery, and then just hold down the power button. And the screen comes on. We are now good to go. It's as simple as that. Basically, take a seat, kick the stand up. This is the throttle. So obviously this bike is super fun. I'll be using it on this trip to take me miles into the wilderness before I have to walk. Just bear in mind, to use them in public, you do need to limit the bike, which is easily done on the user-friendly computer screen. Now I'm not gonna lie, this track had a heap of fallen logs over it, which I was kind of expecting, but unlike a heavy quad, I can easily pass through the bike and continue on my journey. There's nothing quite like learning a new skill and working out some new muscles. Oh, the old paddles are getting stuck a bit. So we're making pretty good time. Been going for about an hour and a bit. Probably got a couple of Ks left. And then we'll be on foot. But until then, I'm loving this ride. So much fun, apart from the jams. But we've had a lot of stormy weather. It's not perfect, but I don't think anyone's going to come along here. So the bike's done its part, and now it's time for the legs to do their part, because this is all going to be off track for a few Ks. It's pretty thick in here, but I am hoping I might be able to crack onto the old pack track, maybe. It's not bad going in here yet. Could very easily turn into a horizontal and bower session, but for now I'm blessed. Damn it. I really didn't want to have to get into this stuff, but it's on either side of this ridge. I've just got to hope that it doesn't stay thick for too long. And it's just a little patch, because I've still got about a K or so to go. Well, of course we had to hit a pretty heavy patch of bower. Can't say I'm really surprised. What to do? It's high. It's real high. See if we can head this way. I just need to make sure it doesn't get too high, because then I won't be able to travel through it. So if I can just keep it low and get through it peacefully, we'll be right. I don't know. It's always such a gamble, this stuff. I'm gonna backtrack. Oh man, touchdown. Oh, what a battle. Well, it's a bloody good thing that I decided to bring the pack raft, because judging by the thickness of the bower on the banks of this river, there's no way you can travel along the river without a raft. So I'm gonna blow this up, head upstream a little bit, because that's where the old track apparently cut over, and there was a couple of huts up there. I think I'll probably gear up with a wetty too, and if I see any bedrock, we'll have a scratch. Didn't leave anything? Good. Looks like bedrock right here. There's almost nothing more exciting than working new ground that has historically produced thousands of ounces of gold. Straight up finding unworked, tight-packed crevices and knowing no one else has been in here. But after 15 minutes or so in the water, the verdict was in. Unbelievable, absolutely nothing. Tried a few good little traps. Even found a hard packed crevice and there was nothing in it. Could just be a bad spot though. So I've come to this creek just upstream of where I was working, and apparently up this creek there was 2 huts, so I'm gonna go for a bit of a look for at least a few hundred meters and see if I can't pick up any signs. Oh, this looks like the old timers definitely stacked them, for sure. Not really sure what the plan is with this trip. Basically it was just get in here, try to get in here and explore a little bit. But makes it pretty hard when the banks are all covered in horrible regrowth bowra. You can see they've been stacked on either side of the creek here. They got a lot of metal out of here. Oh, there's an old, might be a diversion stream, I reckon. Definitely sent the. They've definitely used that to divert this to work it. So they would have had the water going around. Oh, look at that nice wall. That's the best one I've seen so far. This one here. Might be close to the hut site. I'll get the phone out and have a look. Yeah, so it's saying the hut site was actually just in here. Oh yeah, could have been up there. Go for a look, the bower's not too bad here. Makes sense. Have it up on the hill. Get the most sunlight and still relatively close to the creek for work and water. Pile of stones for a fireplace would be good. Oh yeah, what's this? It's definitely potential. Why else would it be so mossy and flat up here? See, there's that hut site. It goes, that yellow line is the old track, and then there's another hut on the other side of the creek. It's about 300 or 400 meters. But considering there's nothing left of this one, I'm not sure if I'll bother going up to the other one. So I'm just following the creek up a little bit to see what else is up here. We've got more streams. Bit of a junction here that's most likely not natural. They've made it that way with their rock craft work. Oh, there's a bit of piping from an old water race, potentially. Maybe that was a water race. That could have been a water race that went into the pipe and they used it to sluice some ground somewhere. Oh well, what can I say? Those old timers hammered the guts out of this place. I'm gonna head downstream and try to get onto some gold. I'm gonna have a fair crack, and at the very least keep an eye out for anywhere that I might be able to camp tonight. Yes! I got a little piece of gold. Woo. This is good. This means there could be a lot of gold here. Okay, so 2 pieces of gold. It's a start, but I feel like it's going to get better downstream. Reason being is that the gold workings apparently were about 1K long along this river. So I probably was just on it then, and I want to get into like at least the middle of it, or even near the end of where the workings were, because at least then all of the leftover gold has had time to travel downstream and redeposit in abundance. Plus, I still need to find somewhere to camp. I pulled in every couple of 100 meters as I was heading downstream, and I tried a good variety of spots, but it was like a sick joke, as I just found absolutely nothing, leaving me to wonder if I'd left the best of it upstream. I was torn. I'd wish I'd spent more time in the spot with the gold, but it was now a fair distance upstream. The day was running out and it was going to be impossible for me to camp upstream anyway. So I figured I'd better look for a camp on the river I'd just arrived on, and I'll figure out what to do from there.
There's a bit of flow on that. Come on.
So I was just doing a portage because of all the logs over there. There's a big jam and it goes back for quite a way. And I came up here on the bank and it's pretty clear. Really, really good actually. So I think there's a camp spot where I left my main bag, where I might pull in for the night because it's close to a creek. And I don't think I'm going to be able to top it. I'm just so knackered. It's been a massive day. Too big. Way too big. I wonder if that's why I just sucked on the gold, or if the gold just sucked. I don't know, but it didn't work out. This is the camp. In case you're wondering, is he wearing gloves on his feet? That's exactly what these are. They're feet gloves. I got them so I could wear socks and still walk around camp without getting wet. Feet. Just because they take up hardly any room. So I think I told you guys in the last video that I was going to leave a link for these below, which I couldn't find. I'd lost the link that they sent me. I've got it again, so I'll leave it definitely below. You should do yourself a favor and try these out. They're like super nice meals. It's definitely there. It's beautiful looking gold. Just got to get more of it. I'm sure there's more of it there. The problem is, if I don't go back tomorrow, I'll probably never go back ever. And then I'll never really know what that spot was like, where I found the gold. So I need to go back and just spend like 2 hours there, properly figure it out, even if I get 10 bits of gold, which I think's impossible because I got 2 bits in about 5 minutes there. So I'm gonna get some sleep now. Got in the sleeping bag, it's nice and warm. And I'll catch up on some of that energy that I exerted today. Well, that was an absolutely beautiful breakfast. Now I have the fun job of packing everything up and throwing on that wetsuit. Okay, so I'm just going to leave my bag here and then I'll exit out this way today, paddle back upstream to up near where I left the bike. Let's go! The redemption run was on, and I was back with a mission. Powering down this river. Here we are. Now watch the color change of the water. We go from this horrible brown looking stuff, it's real cloudy, There, you can see the difference there into this crystal clear but very tannin stained water. Now begins the long climb up the river. We've got about 1.5 km to do, so I'm hoping I can nut it out in half an hour. It's a good way to warm up, get some water in the wetsuit and keep the muscles moving. So I'm back to the spot that I got the gold at yesterday. It does look like the most promising spot. It's bedrock here, bedrock in the middle, and it's kind of bedrock across the flat, so gold has to travel over this path, whereas some of the deeper pools, the gold can take the deep way and avoid the higher bedrock. So let's see if I can get another couple pieces. So I've got to apologise for the foggy lens. I'm trialling a new lens, which obviously the O-ring was insufficient to keep the water out yesterday, creating condensation. But anyway, back to the spot I got gold from the day before. It didn't take me long to find some ideal crevices filled with tight packed rocks. And sure enough, it had gold inside. It wasn't massive, but it was nice to know the spot was not a fluke. Now it was just time to prove if it was worth a day's work or not. And yes, I must have left that tiny piece there. This is really the ultimate crevice. A wide, tight-packed crevice that sits at the bottom of a natural low-pressure zone. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't expecting there to be way more gold. I ended up working about 4 meters of this crevice and had the odd piece show up here and there, and then to finish it off I got the largest piece of the trip. Well, I've been here for a couple of hours now. I've tested heaps of spots up and downstream, and I think I've run out of love for this river. I got a few little pieces, best pieces I've got on the river, a couple little picker sized bits, but overall I just don't think it's that rich. It's not really worth spending too much time here, I don't think. Maybe one day when I get desperate I'll come back, but until then I think I'll leave this spot. It's been a good one, good adventure, good one to tick off the list, but I'm going to start heading back now. So there's a couple of nice little pieces in there. Beautiful looking gold. It looks like it's got platinum or something mixed in with it. It's very silvery. Goodbye, river. You were tough. Not every river is going to be loaded. Some of them are going to be extremely horrible to get into and offer no reward other than the experience. But it's the mundane trips that make the good ones stand out. And without trying, you'll never find either. So that's what I'll take from this trip. There she is. Beautiful bike. I've run out of battery on my GoPro, so I'm not going to film any of me getting back there, but I'll see you guys back at home with the massive gold haul weigh-in. So we've got day 1 and day 2 combined for this pile right here, and the largest piece that I got here weighing in at 0.04 grams and all up 0.28 grams. And if you want to win this file of everything that I found this trip, just leave any comment below. I'll pick a winner in 48 hours, announced on both my Facebook and Instagram stories. Good luck.